Why the U.S. couldn't find Saddam Hussein for 8 months. After the fall of Baghdad in April 2003, the U.S. launched an intensive manhunt for Saddam Hussein. Yet it took until December 13, 2003, to finally capture him. Several key factors explain why it took so long. 1. Saddam's experience and survival tactics. Saddam had decades of experience evading threats. He survived assassination attempts, wars, and internal coups. He employed classic counterintelligence tactics: no phones, no radios, and no written communications. His movements were erratic and unpredictable. During his presidency, Saddam had built an extensive system of underground bunkers, tunnels, and safe houses, which he later used to evade capture. 2. Loyalist support and tribal networks. Saddam was protected by a network of loyalists, including his tribe, the Al-Bu Nasir, and former Republican Guard officers. These supporters gave him shelter, food, and kept his presence secret, often at great personal risk. Tikrit and the Sunni Triangle, his stronghold, were fiercely loyal areas where U.S. troops met with resistance, complicating operations. 3. Intelligence challenges. U.S. forces initially lacked actionable intelligence. Much of the early information came from interrogations or anonymous tips, many of which were false or misleading. Some informants provided deliberate disinformation, either to protect Saddam or to settle personal scores. U.S. intelligence agencies were overwhelmed trying to track down not just Saddam, but hundreds of former regime officials and insurgents. 4. Constant movement and extreme secrecy. Saddam changed locations frequently, sometimes every few hours. His hideouts were often rural, remote, and well camouflaged, including farmhouses and village homes. At the time of his capture, he was hiding in a crude underground spider hole, barely large enough to lie down in, with only a fan and a vent pipe for air. 5. Hostile environment and local resistance. The Sunni Triangle, especially areas around Tikrit and Samarra, were dangerous for U.S. troops. IEDs and ambushes were common. The population was often uncooperative, driven by fear of retribution, distrust of Americans, or loyalty to Saddam. 6. Psychological warfare and propaganda. Saddam's sporadic audio recordings were released through Arab media, giving the impression he was active and defiant. These broadcasts helped maintain morale among insurgents and prolonged the belief that he could return to power. 7. Breakthrough. The road to capture. U.S. forces eventually began targeting Saddam's inner circle, including family members and bodyguards. The key breakthrough came after capturing Mohammed Ibrahim al-Muslat, a close associate of Saddam. Under interrogation, he provided information leading to a specific farmhouse near Ad-Dar, close to Tikrit. On December 13, 2003, U.S. soldiers launched Operation Red Dawn, during which they found Saddam hiding in a small underground chamber. Aftermath of his capture. Saddam was disheveled, armed but did not resist. He was found with $750,000 in cash, a pistol, and some weapons. His capture marked a significant political and symbolic victory for the U.S., but violence in Iraq continued, as the insurgency had grown beyond his influence by then. He was later tried by an Iraqi tribunal, found guilty of crimes against humanity, and executed in December 2006.